we also have feuded a lot in the past too. Me and Jay, we ran it back from 2023 when I was the MOF Endurance Champion. Now, I was MOF Endurance Champ for, oh my god, like 4+ years. I even vacated that title with me whenever I didn't return. And there were times and phases where I didn't even, like, battle anybody. And I just had that endurance title. And then eventually Greg kind of brought me back. But then Jay Swagler, I mean, besides Oris, he's got to be one of the toughest tiny bastards that have fought me in the match so far. I think the only ones that would have topped 2023 J is probably Sika, Oris. I had an opponent named Big Todd back then as well. Big Todd did fight me for the Endurance Championship early on. He was a really good opponent. But yeah, in regards to this match, I'm not going to be walking out without that championship. Like I said, I do not want Jay to be ruling KDA. He's already caused a lot of trauma and havoc for my Warters back then. He's even caused a lot for the Romics. I feel like generally squad though, Jay just can't let go of me, you know? I feel like Jay's obsessed with me. And I feel like now maybe hopefully I can just put an all an end to this when I get to brutalize Jay and I get to make sure he does not return to MOF for quite some time. What it will do is what will happen is it'll finally give some open windows, for not just me, but generally for most of the roster too. Because honestly, I'm not the only one affected by Jay's charisma, Jay's arrogance, Jay's leadership. There's a bunch of other guys in the locker room. Even Big Todd himself is a little affected by it. I mean, he hasn't been attacked by them directly, but like KDA has been just trying to, run the place like they own it, Like it just doesn't click, man. It just can't happen no more. And I feel like this match is a really good opportunity because think about it. Jay and his KDA associates and whoever else is in that group have angered me enough during my matches where I'm going to unleash it in prison. And you talk about let's get to Vibe for a second actually, because you did tell me about Vibe. Yeah, I am going to be returning to Vibe, possibly next week. I'll be returning to Vibe with my partner, and we'll kind of just we'll kind of I'm hoping next week. Hopefully, I get to bring the KDA championship to the roster. That'll be something to celebrate. Last time they saw me, I was obviously Romix champion. Yeah, about the meat thing. Oh man, I hate that so much. Oh my god, you have no idea how mad I am about that. So I'll explain here. So basically, I know I told this to Speedo, but Vibe it won't or Vibe won't really let me in on a good term without doing this stupid ass meeting. Like they think that they're getting away with something here. Like they're not getting away with anything, bro. Come on, like, and who are they? Yeah, they're worried about me and Luca being together. I think you remember Luca Squaw. I've told you about her. I think a couple of times this year and way back last year. But yeah, you remember Luca? She was not really a good person, and that's kind of the reason why I bullied her back then. But what my point is here is they're basically trying to make a meeting window, try to bribe me to go to a meeting, and obviously they should know that's not going to work because I haven't even done that meeting yet, actually. And I plan on not doing it because I feel like I just need Vibe to know that Luca's fine, dude. Like, what do they have to worry? Luca, Luca's like history, man. She doesn't matter to me anymore. I don't give a damn about her. I don't even want to be her friend to be honest, but you know. And I'm not willing to apologize or anything. I'm just willing to just, forget about it pretty much. And if I do, it'll be without some weird, stupid rules from Vibe, Because Squaw, I don't think the world understands, and whoever's watching this video doesn't understand, that my mindset does not revolve out of windows to get back in. It revolves out of breaking in. Because that's the person that I am. Squaw, you know me for a very long time, right? You know I'm the warrior, right? They call me the warrior. But why do you think they call me the warrior? Yeah, they call me the warrior because I like to barge in with war, I like to barge in like a monster. That's why they call me the warrior. That's why I've been called the warrior for years. And even Vibe knows some of that. They know that I'm very good at barging into things. So honestly, even if I do go without a meeting, I am not concerned at all. I mean, if they send CPS, fuck that. I'll fight CPS, man. I just want to have a good time. And that's all. Because I know we have good times, Squaw, here in MOF. We have sometimes we have a beer. Oh my god, I remember when I had the Realmix title and you would like come with me and get some beer and caviar and food and stuff. It was nice. And now you kind of replaced that with Todd, but that's okay. I can always join, right? All right. I'll leave that to you, Squad. Okay, I'll leave that to you. But what were some other things you asked? Malec, right? You asked about Malec. Yeah, Malec. Oh my god, bro, that son of a bitch has been coming in almost how many matches now, Squad? Like 5 matches at least. He's interrupted me with at least 5 matches, if not more. I can't even. I kind of lost count. But he interrupted me during my December match, right? My match versus December. He interrupted me in the ladder match. He interrupted me when I was with Speedo. But that was post-match. Post-match. Yeah. He interrupted me post-match. And, And he also interrupted me during my match with Big Todd. But obviously he didn't get the better of it. But, I definitely would expect Malec to interfere some way or another. I feel like Malec, he just loves to stick his nose in people's business, man. He loves to get involved, and I just hate that, man. I hate that Malec just loves to get involved with the situation. Whether it's MOF, whether it's Vibe, I feel like Malec is just he's just kind of eating into my life somehow. Even though that's not relevant, and honestly, I don't give a damn about Malec anymore because he ain't ever getting a rematch, and it's just that's just it, man. He ain't ever getting a rematch. If I don't win the KDA championship, maybe I'll reconsider it, but otherwise, he's never getting a rematch. He doesn't deserve it. Squaw, you can disagree with me all you want. He already had his match and he lost, so. He can go in the back, or he can do something else that doesn't involve getting involved with me. What else have you asked? Oh yeah. In the beginning, that was a pretty interesting question about the prison match. So, what we're looking at here is me versus Jay Swagler, right? So what's gonna happen is me and Jay will go to war in prison. Excuse me. Jay has never been in prison before. I know this because I've looked at his track records. However, I was in a hospital prison for a week. And honestly, I'm willing to take out that rage on Jay so badly, man. Jay has no idea who the hell he's dealing with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He don't know what the hell he's dealing with. He's dealing with a warrior that came from a prison. And he's definitely done, man. Now I know Jay's a good opponent, but he's not as good as I am, and let's just face it, man. He's kind of just gonna fuck himself. He's gonna corrupt after that video I showed. I'm still laughing from like a week ago when I showed him about KDA. But that was so good, Squad. I think you even had a little laugh too. I see that laugh, Squad. I see that laugh. Okay, that was a really good film. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Jay's still kicked off about it, so he's probably gonna have a moment or flashback of it during the match, and that's probably gonna be how I steal that title. So honestly, it's gonna be it's gonna be a pretty good match. I feel like I've been in a prison match before, like I've said. Um, I've not been in a prison cage match yet. I think Greg also modified this match a little bit to be for a cage. I don't hate that at all, but I think Jay might because Jay doesn't know what guns he's dealing with. So honestly, I think Jay's chances of winning are, if I had to go on the scale, probably like maybe like a 40-30% chance. Like he's got very little chance in the prison. I'll tell you that. Not to mention the cage can also be used as a weapon. So yeah. You have any more questions for me, Squall? You could just whisper them in my ear. I'm fine with it. Oh. Oh, that's actually a good one. What did I do after I lost the Realmix title? I forgot you said that in the beginning, but I'll forgive you for that. So after I lost the Realmix title, I obviously, kind of went off the roster for a bit. I went on the online roster instead. I was a little jealous, man, that I lost my title. Don't get me wrong. Losing that title was like losing my own group. It hurt so bad. It hurt so bad, like in my damn heart, to lose a title that like meant so much to me. That title was like my friend, man. Like the endurance title, except it was for Realmix. He was my yeet to get around. He was my treasure, man. And I really genuinely hope Big Todd knows what he's doing, because like the Realmix was a really big title to hold. So I hope Big Todd knows what he's doing. I hope he does the right things. I'm not gonna attack him anymore. Don't worry. Honestly, once I get KDA Gold, I probably won't even care anymore. You know, it all sort of like cement, and then pretty much after that, I'll go celebrate with some beer and food. I'm hoping that I win. I mean, I can't give away anything yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to the opportunity, and being with the crowd. The MOF crowd is fire. I mean, it's nothing compared to like WWE, but MOF is pretty good. I mean, it's a small crowd, but I mean, it's something, right? So I look forward to being in the match. I know I've been signed to MOF for a couple of years now. I even transferred my endurance title from MLW when I used to be with the Warters. And pretty much after 2023, I was signed to MOF. And when was the last time I made my debut? Oh, I remember. It's been a while, Squad. I think I debuted it back in like early, what was it, like 2024 when I debuted it in a match. Like before that, like I was there in 2023, but I was kind of like working more as an MOF guard, in case I had to separate brawls and stuff. And then I pretty much did a couple promos here and there. I was with the Warriors at the time. I don't think I was in a match though yet. And then Greg Byrne decided to transfer the endurance title over, and then pretty much after that, actually saw potential, you know. After I lost the endurance title to Oris on MOF, he is not champion right now, unfortunately, because he lost to someone else. I don't remember who, but you know. Then a few months later, I mean, built the Realmix, and then eventually I gained the Realmix title, and life was all good and all said and done. Life was good, man, with the Realmix title, my Realmix buddies, and Sam and Jose on my side. It was the best, man. Honestly, it can't compare to the War Tours, but like it was definitely something back then. I would say it's maybe like it was like an 8 out of 10. Okay, I'll give you that. Um, Now, the Realmix kind of survived for several months, and then come February and March, stupid KDA associates try and take out my Realmix. And then pretty much after that, I was, all by myself. I had to defend the title by myself, and it was hard, man. It was hard not having help. You know, I feel like I even lost a little bit of pounds because of it too. I feel like I had to do more work. I had to diet more. I had to replenish more. It was much harder. It used to be so much easier for me. Like it was generally so much easier to do this. Like I remember my Realmix title being a lot easier to defend because sometimes my Realmix members or former Realmix would come in, they would help a little bit, even the odds of whatever I was dealing with. But after they left, what happened was I didn't have a whole lot of evens. I had a lot more odds, and I was the one fending against the odds. It was terrible, I know, but I found the Nighthounds, and you know it's been a while since I was with my Warter buddies, and I understand they're probably doing their thing on MLW. I respect their wishes. I feel like we've had a good career together for a couple of years before the 2023 split up. When I was signed, and I pretty much re-signed to Vibe, and I'll pretty much be going there as well. Kind of going through two brands, you know, kind of see what Vibe is like. It's been about, I think, 15, 16 months since I've gone there and debuted. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised though if if manager Kelsey decides to stop me in my tracks. I'm obviously not going to listen to it because I feel like this ban is just wrong, and I think I just need to make them understand that. Like, I need to stand up for myself for once. I think before I wasn't standing up enough, and then they saw that like as a breaking point, so they wanted to take advantage of that and uplift, not a ban but like a kick from Vibe that I wasn't supposed to go there. Now, Squaw, I don't know exactly why. I think it was that one time where my phone was like malfunctioning, and I accidentally called, one of my old time rivals, Luca. I called her on my phone, and pretty much after that, I guess they figured out a reason to kick me, even though I wasn't even at Vibe. And pretty much her parents filed to do a lawsuit, which was bad. I was not going to be in a lawsuit. Don't worry. Obviously, I'm protected by MOF. I'm not going to be in a lawsuit for something like that, because then what would happen is the police wouldn't really have reason to, give the lawsuit. Because in order to have a lawsuit, I think you need to have a little bit of reason here as to why you want the lawsuit. Otherwise, if you lie to a police officer, like, fuck, they're probably gonna be at fault. And then Luca's just gonna get her own medicine. So I feel like, yeah, I feel generally that going to Vibe after 15 months is gonna be something because there's a lot of new folks at Vibe. There's a lot of new faces. There's just a lot of new people, and I feel like I haven't interacted with as many people lately. I feel like I've even isolated from the MOF locker room because I just feel like I just want to be by myself more. You know, ever since I lost the Warchers and the Romics, and only have the Nighthounds occasionally, like I feel like just being, myself is better. You know, I feel like being a little less social, but still, committing to my gains and being myself and being a wrestler is important. You know, it's important for health. I feel like I could benefit from that a lot. But, occasionally, unfortunately, I do need, some social interactions that are not associated with MOF. Like Vibe, for example. Now, I went to Vibe to do the signing back in April, and pretty much after that, I could come whenever I want, but I chose to come a little later. Now, I know it's already May 24th at the time of this episode, and it's just 5 more days before I potentially come back and surprise them all. I may come back, I may not, I don't know. But, if I don't come May 29th, it's probably going to be June 17th, I believe, which is their EOS, or end of school. End of school celebration. And I'm definitely not one to miss that, so I feel like it's either that day, it's either the pizza day, or it's either just Vibe itself. Or maybe all three. I don't know. But we'll figure that out, Squaw. We'll figure that out. I'm not gonna talk to Manager Kelsey because I kind of want to leave it a surprise. And hell no, I'm not entering with that Lucha mask again. No. The last time I entered with that Lucha mask, they were like, "Who the fuck is that?" But they're probably gonna know me now that I showed it once, So I'd have to do something different. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna disguise. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just be myself, If they don't like it, they don't like it. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up, Squaw. But the interview's over. I'm gonna go fight that KDA title. I'm gonna go fight for that KDA title. I'm gonna go in the match in a couple hours. I'm gonna go get suited up in my wrestling gear, and I think we'll just end right here. See ya.